You watch your Breakfast Central on News Central. Don't forget to follow us on all socials. We are at News Central TV. And feel free to drop one or two comments either on any of the social media spaces or networks. Well, each year, the World Tuberculosis, that's TB Day, is commemorated on March 24 to raise public awareness about the devastating health, social, and economic consequences of tuberculosis and to step up efforts to end the global TB epidemic. The year's theme, Invest to End TB, Save Lives, conveys the urgent need to invest resources to ramp up the fight against tuberculosis and achieve the commitments to end TB made by global leaders. Tuberculosis remains one of the world's deadliest infectious killers, with over 4,100 people losing their lives to TB and close to 28,000 people falling ill with this preventable and curable disease. World Health Organization's Global TB Program Director, Teresa Kazieva, highlights the impact of tuberculosis amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
On lessons learned from COVID-19 research, there is a need to catalyze investments and actions to accelerate the development of new effective tools, especially new vaccines for TB. This is why for World TB Day this year, our call and focus is on the theme Invest to End TB, Save Lives. This conveys the urgent need to dramatically increase investments to ramp up the fight against TB and achieve commitments to end TB made by global leaders. Recent analysis in The Lancet further bolsters this, highlighting that ending TB by 2030 can lead to avoiding 23.8 million tuberculosis deaths and almost $13 trillion in economic loss.
Well, it's good to know that the World Tuberculosis Day is also highlighted, especially for this year, because many have said that ever since it was a COVID-19 pandemic, it took over the entire globe and then left other diseases and illnesses, keeping them at the back burner. But right now, today, which marks World TB Day, of course, the focus is indeed to save lives. And that's exactly what we've seen.
All right. Yes, that's what we're looking at now. Tuberculosis is the 9th leading cause of death worldwide. And for the new cases of tuberculosis around the world, Africa contributes 25% of the new cases of tuberculosis around the world. I mean, 417,000 people out of 1.7 million people around the world who have been affected with tuberculosis. Out of 1.7 million, 417 come from Africa. It is a serious ailment we need to treat, and we need to kick out of the nation or out of the continent of Africa in general.
That's right. Well, still watching Breakfast Central on News Central. Thank you so much for staying with us. We do have more to come your way. It's time for What's Trending on the social media space and Trendwave. Up next. And Elizabeth Musa joins us this morning, ready and set to go. Elizabeth, we saw this on the headlines. Somebody revealed something that was too intimate, according to what I have here in front of me. What's that story about? You want to take us through, by the way?
I would tell you that story, but I would start with another story then, just a teaser, then we'll get to that story. Now, this time around, popular Nigerian singer and fan favorite Timi Dakolo became a topic of discussion on social media yesterday after he was called out for singing at the presidential aspirant Atiku Abubakar's political rally. Videos from the rally made the rounds as the former vice president himself posted the video of Timi performing one of his popular songs, the Unity song. Let's watch this. Now, this caused quite a stir online, with numerous Nigerians reacting to this clip in different ways, some in support and majority against. When a Twitter user by the name Olaolu Daniel called out Timi Dakolo for singing at this rally, Timi obliged him a response by saying, "I will sing and collect my bread. If it pains you, we'll go sing your own." And then let's check out some of the comments that people have made in respect to this ever since it circulated online yesterday. That one is from Man Like Icy. Icy says, "I don't see the problem with Timi Dakolo singing at Atiku's presidential declaration. He is a celebrity and he's doing his work. It only becomes a problem if a celebrity has constantly been dragging a politician and eventually sings or campaigns for him, then that's hypocrisy. And that's how man like Icy feels about this. More comment on this one. Omotai of Lagos says this, and then this one is from Bamidele Chris. Chris says, it's such a good thing that Timi Dakolo sang at the Articles Declaration and everywhere is peaceful. The day another major Nigerian artist will perform for an APC candidate and you people will make noise here, we'll be here to staple your mouth together. Wow. And we had more reactions on that one. That one is from Omotai of Lagos. It says, if you don't have any problem with Timi Dakolo performing for Atiku, don't come here tomorrow and rant on the timeline if another musician is performing at Tinubu's occasion. Not like PDP and APC are in any way better than each other. It was their collective effort that put us in this mess. Those are the words of Omotai. Now this one is from Moji Sensei Delano. Moji says, Timi Dakolo can sing anywhere he so pleases. He is a singer. His job is to sing. Whether or not he supports the person in question is a different conversation. Let the man get his paper, I beg. Now, that's a valid point from, of course, Moji. And that's the comment that Timi made to a Twitter user. It says, I will sing and collect my bread. If it pains you, well, go sing your own. Now, this is the conversation on social media ever since yesterday. Now, the question I want to ask is, what are the lines that professionals must not cross when doing their jobs and then trying to show neutrality at the same time?
Well,
Neutrality. He's doing his job, and we're talking about neutrality. I think it's up to the individual at this point in time. I mean, everybody has their own personal principles and what applies to them and what shouldn't, and what their conscience tells them to do. If his conscience says he should go and dine with the devil, he can choose to dine or not to dine. If his conscience tells him to dance with an angel, he can choose not to, or he can choose if he wants to. So it's a personal thing at this point in time for me, really.
I'm going to say this. That was a very diplomatic answer, Oluchi, and I'm going to stand with you on that one.
Both of
just
you.
make the choice. Make the choice yourself.
That's it.
Choose where you want to be. I mean, just...
But then again, I think you're doing your job.
politician.
If you're a singer, then you have to sing. You have to make this money. Because if you come out and do a GoFundMe, people will not contribute. These same people complaining will not contribute for you at the end of the day. So when you're doing your job and you have to make this money, that is something.
Even if you can't sleep at night with your conscience.
let your conscience lead you.
This will not affect you from sleeping at night. But let me go to my next story. Controversial media personality Denrele Edun made some shocking revelations in a recent interview, which is now making the rounds on social media. In this interview, he revealed that himself and the late Goldie, who was a singer and also known as his best friend, had a few intimate moments, despite the fact that she was married. Let's watch this video.
I mean, I've not shared this anywhere, but I mean, I can as well say it, you know, on the Boss Lady Show, small exclusive. So my beautiful late friend, Goldie, you know, a lot of people just thought we're friends, but we did have a few intimate moments. And that's why I would say that I was the driving force. God bless her soul, she's resting in power. I knew she was married, of course. So, you know, we kept that secret. But we had, it was even more than friendship. We had a few, you know, we entered the corner. The borrow of the one corner.
Yes, sir.
And that was why I was constantly, because I wanted to see her make things happen. I felt she was, you know.
Whoa, that is the remark from Denrele himself. It says they entered corner at some point in time. And this has left internet users in awe of this piece of information, as some people think that perhaps this should have been left unsaid. But let's check out some of the reactions before I get your own reactions. We had, you know, tons of them on this one. Now, that one is from Emmanuel. Emmanuel said, now that you made her husband feel bad again after many years, what have you gained? Official Corazon says, too much talk, no good though. And then more reactions. Vitamin Kitchen says, some things are better left unsaid. You owe her that respect. And we had that one from Zini is Bay. Zini says, how do we know it's true? The dead tells no tale. And then she's shedding tears. And we had more and more reactions on this one. That one is from Adeolu Olatomide. Adeolu says, so what do we do with this information? Some things are better left unsaid. That's how people are reacting to that particular viral video on social media after, after this exclusive was circulated on Nisi's blog. And people are really not feeling it. I mean, Denrele is a fan favorite. We love him, but, sometimes you just need to filter through information sometimes.
filters, the word you used there, I'm going to pick out. I think Denrele just felt he needed to let it out. He needed to say it. But the question is, was it the right thing to say? 1, 2, was it a right time to say it? And 3, was it for the public consumption?
Joe, is there a right time to trend?
I was going to ask that question.
I mean,
when is the right time?
Is there
I mean,
a right time to
how
trend?
Many years
he
now?
clearly wanted to trend, if you look at it, because some information that are meant to be kept to yourself, but he chose not to keep this to himself. This has nothing to do with his career as we speak. But one of the fans put up a question, what did he gain? He has gained trend right now. He's trending, Lisa. We're not talking about it. Are people not commenting? Are people not reacting?
Trending, I think they're just sometimes you just need to let some things out and then you feel...
I don't understand.
You feel
Elizabeth, let it out. Unburdened by what?
Unburdened
What?
by what? I mean,
I think
information.
What information you did behind your closet? If you wanted two people to know about this, you would have brought it out the moment the act was committed, not years after. So this is not a burden that is so heavy to take out. Nehi. Mba.
Oluchi, you have a valid point.
Oluchi is starting to speak in tongues now, Lizzie. I
Aha.
think it's a sign that we might need to go. Thank you so much, Elizabeth Musa, for being here on Breakfast Central Trendwave with the updates on social media space.
It's always a pleasure, Joe Oluchi.
All right. Whew.